Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters, Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has three children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had two daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it. Because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. Hey everybody, I know y'all in here ready to get the tea. I know you is. I hope y'all having a good day. How y'all feeling today? We are another day closer to the weekend, so that's a good thing, right? Right? I know, right? Listen, they was cooking over there today. They did a little cooking over there today behind the gates or beyond the gates. So I hope y'all is ready for that. Listen, do me a favor. On your way in, please like the video. And if you haven't made a commitment to us yet over here, go on ahead. Go ahead on. We good people. Subscribe because we can use the subscribers. I'm this close to having 2,000 subscribers, and I would really like to get there and soon. So, honey, tell a friend, twist their arm and make them come over here and subscribe. Just tell them to subscribe anyway. We're trying to grow our thing over here, okay? How y'all doing? Let me see who was all in here right now. Hey, Miss Linda. Hey, cuz, how you doing? Miss B. Hey, how you doing? And Tony Lynn says, "Hello, everyone. So sad. A short gates week. No beyond the gates on Thursday and Friday because of college." Oh, wait, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. I know that had to be loud. Okay, she says, "No beyond the gates Thursday and Friday because of college basketball." What you saying? What you saying? Well, you know what, Tony? This might be the good time for us then to do our live on this Friday night to talk about how we feel about the people that's on this, all the stuff we already done seen on the show. Y'all in? Y'all want to do it? Want to do a live Friday night? We all talk. You ain't got to turn your camera on. We don't do that over here. We ain't got to do that. We want wigs off. We want people comfortable. We want you to just sit back, eat your food, smack all that, and we sit up and talk some stuff about these Duprees. All right, but like that video for me, y'all. All righty. Thanks, Tony, for that, because I did not know that. So no Thursday and Friday. Okay. All right. So we'll see what happens. You don't think they gonna show it later? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. But if I'm gonna do a live, I'll put it up ahead of time that we're gonna do it. All right, let me get on to it because I know y'all ain't over here just to hear me talk, and y'all over here to get into this tea, honey. So you know how we do it over here. Get your cups out. Get your cups out. Come on. All right, y'all. So they kicked it off today with Jacob at the stakeout with his partner Marcel. And Jacob is they're just like doing some background, like getting to know each other kind of talk. And Martell is telling him how he's really looking forward to retirement so that he and his Sheila can be together full time. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he shows him a picture. He says, "This is Sheila. It was his boat." So I'm looking forward to getting on my boat. And then he shows him another picture. He said, "Now this is my wife." He says, "You know, she don't like the boat. She's definitely a city girl." And Jacob says, "Well, sometimes opposites attract like that." He's like, "Yeah, I know, because you know you a pain in the neck with your Boy Scout self. So I know your wife got her hands full because you always trying to do everything the way it's supposed to be done." And he just kind of looked at him, you know. Meanwhile, Naomi is having a meeting at a diner. And these ladies are having a problem or have had a problem at her dad's firm, and they want to talk to her about that. Okay. So Bill takes a meeting at his house. Let me go find it because I think I put all them together. Okay. So Bill takes a meeting at his house with Tomas and this guy. This guy's name is Mike, and I think he's a partner. He's a pretty high up in Bill's firm. And you know what's funny is that the minute I saw him, I was like, mm-mm. So this guy's playing his part because he was giving vibes right off the like, yeah, we don't like him. So anyway, he takes a meeting with them, and while they're talking, this guy asked Tomas right in front of Bill, like, how was your date with Bill's niece? And he's like, oh, it was nice. He was like, no, you can go on and give us the details, give us the down and dirty details. And he was like, what? So Bill told him, he said, wait. So then he tells Bill, he says, you know, I can't wait until the day that I find me a hot young woman like you did, and then I'm gonna retire. This guy just is out of order. He's just completely out of order. First of all, how you gonna ask Bill, like, you want Tomas to like give up some dirty details right in front of her uncle? I don't care if they ain't married no more. In my family, once you an uncle, you an uncle. Once you an auntie, you an auntie. That's just the way it go. Okay, so even though he's not married to Danny no more, he knows this girl is his niece. So why are you asking him to talk down and dirty about this girl? You just a low down, Mike. Mike, we got our eye on you, brother. You better know. We already don't like you. Okay. Anyway, and then for him to make a comment about Haley, he's like, yeah, you got you a hot wife. I'm gonna get me one of them, and then I'm just gonna go on and retire out. Bill just kind of looked at him like, man, you is tripping. Meanwhile, down to the diner, these women that have met up with Danny, I'm sorry, Danny, with Naomi, are telling her that they definitely have had problems down there, and some of them have even gotten fired. And Mike Davis, the guy that I showed you before, is the one who is doing this to them. And they say that they want to sue her father's firm. Okay. They go back to the scene with Jacob and his partner sitting in the car. And he's talking and just trying to give Jacob the rundown of like how things should go. You know, he's like, man, you got to learn how to let things build. You know, and because Jacob is just froggy, like he just want to leap on stuff. So while they're sitting there talking, they see Joey Armstrong, the guy that owns the casino. You know, the one that Doug owes all that money to, that he getting him in deep. So they see him and he's like, what is he doing here? That don't make no sense. Like, he's a boss. Why would he be here doing a pickup himself? So Jacob get ready to jump out the car. He like, man, slow down. He said, am I gonna have to put child locks on the doors to keep you from sitting down somewhere? He was like, slow down. We got to let things build here, young man. And but y'all know how Jacob like to be solving a crown. He like McGruff. What is that? Rough McGruff. He want to jump straight out and start. What's going on? What's going on? Child, sat down somewhere. So what Joey notices that he's like, but listen, he's getting money. That could be drug money, anything. We should get out and get him. He's like, no, 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 youngster, young man, sit down and wait. That's what we gonna do. We gonna sit and we gonna wait. So that's what they end up doing. But you see, Jacob got a lot to learn. You know, you like that when you're doing something, you just want to go in, just tear everything down. But that ain't always the way to go. Okay, let me go back to where we need to be here. Okay, so when they go back, let me make sure I got the right place here, y'all. I'm sorry, because I had to put something on a separate sheet of paper and lost my place. Okay. Oh, this is what I was gonna ask y'all. This is a sidebar. Who y'all think done got these girls together to sue Bill's firm? Did Danny put them up to do this? Did she put them together? Did Vernon do this? Because y'all done told y'all want to watch out for Vernon. Vernon might be the one them getting ready to put the heat on Bill. Because they just, all these women just ain't met up with each other out of nowhere. It's like when they sue these celebrities. How all them people be done met up at the same time? Huh? How that be happening? Huh? I'm just asking. We're gonna have to wait and figure it out. But somebody put these folks together. They ain't just found each other just on a whim. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Okay, let me get back to this. So the ladies tell Naomi that they don't really know what Bill knows, to be fair. They're like, we want to be fair. We want to do this lawsuit, but we don't really know what Bill knows. And so she told him, she says, well, have you all talked to other attorneys? And she's like, we have, but a lot of people fear Bill. I mean, he's a very powerful man, and you don't even know who owes him favors. So they tell her that they want her to be their lawyer, because what she was thinking was that they just wanted her to go and talk to her dad for them. And they're like, we want you to be our lawyer. And she's like, why? They were like, first of all, you have a great education, and you have done well, in law so far. And not only that, you have the inside edge. You know how Bill thinks, and therefore you're the person that we think we need. And she's like, So she goes and meets up with her husband, and they're talking about it. And she's like, these ladies want me to take a case, but she's like, I really can't go into detail, but these ladies want me to take a case. It could be, so anyway, they had one thing I had missed. I don't know where I missed this at, but these ladies were telling, maybe it's gonna come up later, but I'm gonna just tell y'all anyway. So these ladies were telling her how that guy, Mike, had been doing so many things to them. They're like, he be touching us inappropriately. He tells dirty jokes at work. He will, just be like making moves on them, like. And so what ended up happening to them is that they ended up like losing positions, getting ranked low on the job. And these women were like high achievers. And they're like, we don't understand how none of that's going on. And then they mentioned how Haley, the one lady says, I was up for one position to move up, and Haley got it. Wait a minute. What's she trying to say? Is she trying to say that Haley slept? What's she trying to say? Because she's like, Haley ended up getting a job. Now, Haley could have got the job because Bill was messing with her. But the fact that she got it and not on merit could still be a problem. Ooh, child, the plot thickens up through here. I tell y'all. Let me check on these comments, because I like to see what y'all talking about. So let me see what y'all talking about. Hold on. Let's see. Well, y'all been here talking up a stone. Okay. Linda said, like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ding! She's right, y'all. Please do that for me. Hey, Dee Dee. Dee Dee says, hey, everyone. Tony Lynn says, regular soap programming back on Monday. So after tomorrow's episode, it will be continued on Monday. So all is good. Girl, where you be getting this tea from? Let me know. Let me know. I'm glad you see, Tony, we're going to need you in here all the time, giving us the update on what's going on, girls. We know what's happening. At least I think that's Tony female, right? Let me know, because Tony could go either way. So let me know. Okay. Linda says, hey, Dee Dee. Dee Dee says, Mike is a perv, and is. But that seems to be the MO for a lot of these men on this show, honey. Linda says, hey, right back to you, Tony. Real Talk. Hey, Real Talk. Real Talk says, I gained newfound respect for Bill today. He knew where that conversation was going with Mike when they were talking about Kat, and Bill shut him down immediately. I got to respect that. Yeah, that's true, because I thought the same thing, because he could have been like, yeah, we could use that. Bill, please, Bill, please. Bill, please, please, please. Don't do it. Don't turn over to the dark side and start talking crazy, Bill. We don't need. We like you over here, Bill. We think you're cute. We don't like your character on the show, but we think you're cute, Bill. Don't you mess that up. Don't you mess it up, Bill. Tony says, hi, Linda. Nice to meet you. Oh, I like when y'all love each other behind the get over here. The Gatester. This is the way the Gatesters do it over here, honey. Because we are behind the Gators, honey. We do not play by behind the gates over her. Okay. And we welcome all those who are new to the discussion. Let me get my next paper, because I had to write on something different for this to get down to these Duprees. Oh, the Duprees. Let me find where we're at with that. Okay, so Danny and Chelsea. Wait, I'm ahead of myself. The family meets together. I'll just leave this up. The family ends up meeting together, Anita and Vernon, Kat, Dr. Nicole, and they're looking at the pictures from the event. And Kat wanna know why Eva got her dress on. She like, excuse skirt. Why Eva got my dress on? See, I told y'all you don't be letting nobody in nobody closet. I know you been not letting nobody in mine. Come here wearing a pair of shoes. I ain't one yet. I'ma wear them first, okay? But anyway, Danny and Chelsea are talking at the house. And that is because they were going to the brunch that the family was at, but they weren't there yet. And she's talking to Chelsea about she got her this dress from a museum to wear. It's a very exclusive thing that she got her, and it's for the Ebony magazine shoot that's coming up. I do think it's nice how they reference these magazines, these black magazines, Essence and Ebony and all of that stuff. I think that's really cool that they're doing that. It's nice. Everybody else does it, so they may as well put theirs in there too, right? Right. So anyway, Danny may be a little cray cray, but one thing Danny can do is get some work done. Y'all gotta admit that. Danny do be she be getting to the money. Everybody mad, okay? She be getting to the money. And she really be looking out for her daughter to get the best, wear the best, be seen everywhere. Child, it's sad because her daughter don't even want to model no more. Mm, mm, mm. But Danny, what you should do is put all that energy into your own career because you can still model at your age. You look nice. You can still model, girl. You did it once, you can do it again. And then she is in there telling her daughter, she's like, I done moved on. Blah, blah, blah. And y'all know she ain't. No, you ain't, girl. Not from Bill, you ain't moved on. So just please stop, 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 stop. Anyway, Dr. Nicole told Kat, Eva had nothing to do. Let me find a picture of the family sitting down together. Okay. So Dr. Nicole told Kat, she said, look, Eva ain't had nothing to do with her wearing that dress. That was my idea. She didn't have anything to wear. And I didn't think you would mind her wearing something in your closet. She's like, but I did. So please don't be giving her nothing outside my closet. And thank you, Mom. So she said another thing is not to leave my closet without my permission. Okay? Can we get an amen on that? Can we touch and agree? Because Kat spent a lot of money on her clothes, so or her mama didn't do somebody to do. But I think Kat got a good job though. So we have to say Kat buying her own stuff at this time. Perhaps we don't know. Anyway, she tells the family that she's got a date coming with Tomas, and the family is teasing her like maybe we should go on and meet him. She was like, no, y'all not. No, you're not. No, you're not. So, okay, so she puts a stop to that. So this music starts playing, and Vernon and Anita start reminiscing about how they met, how they both were kind of activist type back in their day. And he started talking about how when he first met her, she was in this group called the Articulates, and that he was just so moved by her, just talking to her. He said she just seemed like she was just so worldly and knew so much and was so smart. And yeah, when I first saw her, I fell so in love. Now, Vernon, don't let no baby pop up from 40 years ago, here 40, 50 years ago. Don't let no baby pop up. Vernon, don't you let no baby pop up. Just saying, because these men like pop up with these babies and things. Y'all better sit down somewhere, chill out. And he was a senator and all of that. I'm just saying, sidebar. For 79, Clifton Davis still looks good, don't he? Don't Clifton Davis still look good? He do and do. Clifton, you look good. You look good, Clifton. Don't you let nobody tell you that you don't. When you do, because you do. Okay? All right. So right in front of Bill, let me go back to that. So right in front of Bill, this dude starts. I already said that how he asked about how Kat was, and Bill didn't like that. He shuts that down. So Haley comes in. Let me find this. Haley comes in, and this creep started looking at Haley. Where they do that at? This dude is sitting there looking at Haley like Andre be looking at Ashley, with no shame in his heart. As if Ashley would want you. Do you not see Bill, sir? Do you see yourself? Do you see Bill, sir? She ain't trying to trade in for you, sir. No, 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 no. So you could just keep your eyeballs to yourself. And then as she's walking out, he says, "Woo, that woman's hot." Now, y'all, who y'all know can be telling somebody they wife hot like that? Huh? And still have all their teeth. Who? Where they do that at? I'm just saying he ain't got no respect. Mm-mm. Mike, we don't like. We the Gatesters have determined that you are not a good guy. Let me see what y'all talking about before I go any further. All right. Lynn says, I am 60-year-old male. Thank you for telling me that, Tony. I'm a 60-year-old male watching all soaps as a teenager. I love actress who plays Anita Dupree. She was on a soap. As the World Turns for over 20 years, an actor who plays Vernon Dupree is a great actor. Yes, yes, very much so. And thank you for letting us know that, Tony. And we're so glad you in here with us. Child, welcome over here behind the gates with us. Y'all say hey to Tony now. Tony says he is a great actor from 70s sitcom called That's My Mom. Child, that's my mama. That's my mama. Yeah, I know that show. And what's his name? Oh, Donny Hathaway sang that song, I believe. That was him singing that. Child, I know about that show. I know about Clifton Davis when he did the movie Cindy. That was the black version of Cinderella, which is y'all can find that on YouTube. I watch it sometimes, it was good. I liked it. It was good, and everybody was in that. And yeah, I know him. Come on, Tony, give us that info. Linda said, "Hey, wrote and performed. Never can say goodbye." He sure did. Never can say goodbye. No, 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 no. I never can. I know y'all know the song. I ain't gonna sing for y'all. Tony, Dee Dee says, Tony, you and I are closer in age. I'm 62 and a half. Dee Dee said, I'm 62 and a half. It's my birthday in August. Go ahead on, DD. All right, y'all. I like y'all gonna stay acquainted down there. Don't y'all forget now. I think this Friday, since ain't gonna be no show, we may as well meet up here and y'all can come up on the panel and talk about your feelings with our cameras off, okay? And talk about our feelings about these Duprees. I know y'all don't want to just hear me talking all the time. So what y'all think? It's a date Friday night. Okay, let me put it down and let me know. Let me know. All right, let me get back to what it went on today. So, I had mentioned how the ladies had got together with Naomi telling her how this guy Mike had did them at the job and how Haley had got promoted. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. And then they made a statement. They said we she said, how did you all end up finding each other? And she says, like all ladies do in the bathroom crying about stuff. And they said, and then we ended up getting in trouble for talking about it. That just made it worse. Ooh, this lawsuit about to be lit. What did Bill lose all his money? Huh? Ow. Ooh, child, the plot thickens over here behind it. Yeah. Okay. So Danny plans out uh things for Chelsea for her shoot. And she loves it. But Danny got one more thing to do. You know, Danny always got one more thing to do before she can go down to where she's supposed to be. And I hope it ain't nothing crazy. Danny, please don't let it be nothing crazy. But she's like, you go ahead on down there. I got one more thing I got to do. Girl, we already know you got to lag behind. You done lag behind every get together. Getting in the car, don't matter what it is. You don't never get on with just going with everybody. You always stopping off to do some old crazy stuff, girl. But that's the reason why they love you and hate you so much. Why they love you so much, girl. They hate you. They love you. They love you. They hate you, girl. You just keep up the good work of being crazy, girl. Because we just eating it up. Okay. Especially down here in this comment section, baby. Over here in this comment section, they be wearing you out, girl. They are sick of you, girl. But anyway, because they say you need to get on to therapy instead of always stopping off somewhere. Okay. Anyway, Haley goes to the club and sees the Duprees sitting off by herself. You know, she's sitting over there looking all lonely, sitting over there at the table. And she couldn't get no service. She just kept on waving her hand and they just kept on walking by her whole thing. And Tomas comes in. Let me find this picture. Tomas comes in and he and Kat talk for a few minutes, and she's like, "Yeah, my family here." He's like, "I don't mind meeting him." She's like, you ain't about to meet them. You ain't ready for all that. You better calm down, sir, because if I take you over there, it'll be like the Inquisition. You better sit down somewhere." So they get their own table and they sit down. So Chelsea comes in. Let me find this picture. Chelsea comes in, and I'm gonna tell you one thing about these Duprees, baby. They know. Oh, that thing is covering her face. Y'all hold on for a second. Hello? All right, I'm back, y'all. I got an emergency, not an emergency, but I gotta run do something right quick. Now, y'all can hold on if you want to, but I gotta go take care of something right quick, and I'll be right back. Y'all discuss down there in the comment section till I make it back. I'm sorry about this. If I told y'all what happened, you wouldn't believe it. So ain't no need me getting into it. But I really appreciate you all for waiting. But I had to run and take care of something right quick. Okay, let me find where I was. Uh, Danny in the photo shoot. Haiti goes and see. Okay, Haiti goes to the club, sees the Duprees. All right, let me catch up with you all comments first. And thank you all so much for waiting. I hate that that lag is going to be in my recording, but ain't nothing I can do about it. All right. Tony says, hi, Dee. Nice, so nice to meet you. Tony says, great idea for Friday. Thanks a lot. So I'll put a notification on for it. So turn your notifications on so you can find it. But it's going to be Friday in the evening. Maybe we'll do it kind of later in the evening. Dee says we're seasoned soap viewers up in here. See, I'm not. I didn't get to watch them growing up. Like I saw a little bit of all my children, so I remember Jessie and what was her name? And Luke and Laura. I remember something about them. But the girl that with the deep dimples that's been in everything, she's still out here acting. Okay. Linda says, got y'all beat. I'll be 72 in September. Watch all my soaps with my granny. That's my cousin. I'm gonna tell y'all, she don't look nowhere near 72. By the way, that purple sofa is rather hideous. Y'all better leave that couch alone. Y'all just so judgmental. You don't never hear me talk about the couch. That tacky couch. Dee says, love it, Linda Bias. Tony says, more interesting info. Kara Mosley and the actress who played Pamela, who is Danny's. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me pull this closer. More interesting info. Kara Mosley and actress who plays Pamela, who is Danny's best friend, both co-star with Jacob Young as Kara played his wife on Bold and Beautiful, I guess. An actress who played Pamela is her mother on All My Children. Yeah, I do see that they're trying to employ as many people as they can that are from these past soaps, which is a good thing. I just hope that they don't bring so many in that they push out the Duprees and make them like second wrong, because I'm trying to tell y'all this is what can happen sometimes. hmm Linda says, I remember Search for Tomorrow as the world turns. The guiding light, all are all gone now. Dee says, I watched all the ABC soaps back in the day, including Ryan's Hope, Loving, of course, General Hospital, All My Children, and OLTH. I don't know what that one is. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm glad y'all held it down for me while I was gone. Linda, I almost told you to come on up here and talk while I was gone, girl. Because she's done some lives with me before. All right, so Haley is sitting over there and she can't get no service, right? And my symbol up here, so what you think is covering it up, but that's Chelsea coming in the door, right? And she looks over at Haley and then looks right through her because baby, one thing these Duprees can do is ignore you. Okay, they can ignore you with class, of course, with class and dignity. They definitely can do that. All right, so Tomas, wait, did I already cover that? Tomas comes in, sees Cat with family. Okay, they get their own table, right? Chelsea comes in, see Haley, looks her up and down. Okay, that's the part I was just talking about. And hold on. And then she goes over and she talks to Cat, and she's like, "Did you tell your mama yet that you don't want a model?" She's like, "Girl, no." She's like, "One thing you got to remember now, I got the clingy mama, and you got the one that's well adjusted." Like, Chelsea, why are you gonna do your mama like that? Why is you putting your mama business in the street? Girl, but it's true though. It's true. Hmm. I know somebody. I know somebody like that. Anyway, Haley is trying to get service and no one will help her. So she gets up and leaves, right? And when she gets up and leaves, she runs smack dab into Danny. And Danny's like, "What's wrong with you, girl? Are you hangry? Are you hangry?" She's like, "What's the matter?" She said, "Didn't you just have breakfast? Are you hangry?" And she was like, "Ugh." And then she just walks right past her, right? So Danny goes in there and sits down with the family and joins them for brunch. I think they were there for breakfast or lunch. And they all start talking about Danny's career. Like the father and mother really dotes on their children. And whenever they get together, they really like to talk about the accomplishment because every parent likes to look at how well their children have done. That's their pride to know that you have done a good job to say, this one's doing that and that one's in school. And so as a family, they can sit here comfortably and talk about the things that their children have accomplished. And that's really cool. That's really cool. And Danny starts talking about the stuff that she's doing for Chelsea, and she's like, I'm just. And they said, yeah, she was telling us about, the dress that you got for her. And not Danny, Chelsea is trying to look happy. I mean, those are cool things, but Chelsea just ain't feeling this modeling thing no more. Or is it just that she wants to get up from under her mother? It could just be that. It may not be the modeling. It may be that she just doesn't want to be, doing something where her mom is controlling her every move, every thought, everything. Because that ain't no fun. Okay. Mm. All right. So while they're talking, in comes Eva. And Kat is sitting over there at the table. And she's looking on like, what is she doing up in here? Okay. Why is she here? Standing up there trying to look all innocent and whatnot. So when Kat sees her, Vernon offers Eva to take a seat. He's like, "Come on and sit down and have a meal with us." And she's like, "No, I don't know." Because baby Cat was looking over. You said Cat looking over there, baby. If looks could take a life, she would be gone. Because Cat like, what? I know she not. So she went on and sat down, right? And when she did that, Cat got up. Because Cat was like, "Oh, I know you not." See, these girls already got a sibling rivalry going, and they don't even know they sibling. Well, Eva know y'all sisters, but Cat don't know it. But listen, y'all, listen, y'all, listen. We still need to know where Cat went when she went on that trip, because I'm telling y'all, I think she went back to Chicago trying to find out some stuff about Eva. I don't know, but we're gonna have to wait and see. But that's just my sneaky feeling. I got a sneaky feeling that that's what it is. Okay, I really do. Mm, mm, mm. Because I think that once Eva reveals that she is Ted's daughter, that them building a relationship is not gonna go over with Cat well at all, because they're gonna be trying to make up for lost time and all that stuff. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I was definitely a daddy's girl. And if somebody had showed up to my day with my daddy daughter, I don't know if I would have been nice to her. I really don't, because baby, I'm a daddy's girl. It's me, my daddy against the world, honey. Coming in here talking about you, my sister, and you not, and you not. But I would hope that I would have been kind, even if somebody was to show up now. Lord, help me be kind, and I ain't gonna do it. But anyway, I gotta ask. So anyway, Tomas is asking. He was asking her before she got up. He was like, "Why are you so distracted?" She says, "Oh, I just want to go over here and run something past the family. I need to go in and talk to them." That girl cut her date short to get back to get back over there to that table to find out what was going on. And baby, when she got over there, Cat showed out. Cat was like, "You in my seat?" And she was like, "Oh no." She's like, "You in my seat? Ain't you got some work you should be doing, huh? Worker bee." Ain't you got some work you should be doing instead of sitting up in here in the country club? And she said, "That's all right. I got to go anyway because I got work I need to get back to." She's actually right. And she gets up and leaving. The family like, "Girl, why you do it like that?" She was like, "You don't pay her to sit around the country club. See, that's the country club, mama. It ain't like we sitting at Applebee's. This is the country club. We got to pay to be behind the walls back here." And she need to do her work and skedaddle on back. You don't see none of the waitresses sitting down. She ain't said all this, but I'm gonna throw this in here. You don't see none of the waitresses and things sitting around sipping tea and stuff, do you now? And I'm with her on that. She's not us, y'all. She's not Gators. She ain't got no business sitting down having tea. That's our job. She need to get up and get on. But Cat, you have to do it. Because after that, right? After that, Eva caught Tomas in the hallway. And Eva out there flirting hard, honey. She's out there flirting hard. Mm, mm. And Cat says she ain't never done nothing before. Girl, this girl is she hard. She throwing it hard. But look here. Look right there. Look right there. Y'all see over there on the right side. See that? Cat was over there standing behind that palm tree plant or whatever that plant is. And she done heard every word what was said. Cause Eva was like, ain't you a lawyer? Well, I need to know a lawyer, cause you never know when I might need some help, and I might need some help a couple of times. Cat was livid. She was livid. But how does he respond? That's the question, because she's throwing it. But what do you do? What do you do? Okay. So Tomas says, "You are bold. I like that." See, Tomas, you already done said too much. For an uppity girl, you done already done said too much for an uppity girl over here. You talking to the help like that? Child, you don't be flirting with the help. Child. Mm-mm. We are refined. You don't do that. You don't do that. In fact, Eva gonna quote a song to him. You know the song, "I'll be good." She says, "When I'm good, I'm good. But when I'm bad, I'm better." Eva, what you doing? Eva, you know this your sister, man. Eva, why are you doing that? You know why she doing that? Because she done came in front of the office at that table talking about what you doing, sitting down here. You need to get back to work and this work will be ooh, child. Ooh, child. So of course, once he leaves, um, trying to get to this next picture. Once he leaves, of course, Cat gets in her face. Okay. Cat get all up in her face and she started talking all kinds of stuff. She was like, he was trying to be polite and tell you no. She said, and Eva said, Miss Better Bitty, she said, Miss Bitter Betty, you just bitter because your mama didn't fire me. Okay. Or is this about Brunch Boy? Child, Eva, we gonna have to tell you, girl. Let me bravo. Eva, you do know how to throw shade like you are behind the gates, girl. You gonna fit right in, girl. You know how to throw that old bougie shade too, girl. We like that. Girl, okay? So she told her, she said, you need to calm down. Because I think somebody's feeling threatened, and walked off. Told her, get some help for that. Now, she might have told her them, but she was like, somebody feeling threatened up throughout here. Child, she got a lot of heart. Well, Haley goes home, right? Haley gets to the house, and she done run to tell Daddy Bill about them not serving her down to the club. Before I get into this, let me catch y'all comments. Hold on. All right, let me back up here. Okay, Tony says OLTL is one life to live. Thank you for that. Linda said the same thing. Linda says Vernon is definitely a daddy's. Vernon is definitely a girl dad. Yes, he is. You remind me, child, when I used to see my daddy, his face would light up. He was like, "Hi, daddy's pretty baby. Hi, daddy, old pretty baby doing." Hey, daddy. Just the way my dad's face would light up would just light my whole world up. I miss him so much. My dad was like the best dad on the earth. Linda says, I'm gonna start calling Eva Sneaky Pete. You gonna call her Sneaky Pete? Girl, that might have to be her nickname over here. Dee Dee says Eva let her inner Leslie come out today. Did she not let her Leslie Laura Sherry come out today? Did she not let her is my mama, ain't my mama come out today? Child, she did. I was thinking the same thing I was, Dee Dee. I had wrote that down. Linda says, and did. Child. Woo, these two sisters, they you know, if they would just go on and phase out Ashley. But listen, y'all, listen. We had to talk about this more on Friday, but let me tell y'all something. I'm really starting to feel. Do y'all notice that they have shown Ashley's mama, but Ashley's mama ain't really did nothing but sat and drank water and nodded her head? Huh? Why is that? Why are mama so quiet on the set? Why? See, do she know about Leslie and the whole plot? Because I think when her mama's dialogue come out of retirement on this show, it may help to blow Ashley up a little bit. We gonna see though. We gonna have to wait and see because there's something to that. I really think it is. Okay. All right, let's get back to this. So Haley run home to go tell Big Daddy Bill about women. She was like, they didn't even serve down. They didn't even serve. He was like, what, you was at the restaurant? She was like, no, I was at, because he said, at our own club, down there where we paying dues and things, they ignored you. But listen, y'all, lean in. Lean in and tell you what had happened. I think Haley came into herself today. Let me look back through here. Is Elaine in here today? Elaine ain't in here today. Listen. Elaine, if you listen later, Elaine, I think Haley came into herself today. I think she done turned the curve to where she gonna be because here's what happened, right? She said, you know what makes me madder is that them Duprees was sitting right there when they were ignoring me. She says, I don't like it that Danny is still the queen bee. How did she get to still be queen bee when she came and pow up my wedding, shot all up and through the wedding, and she gets to be the queen bee, and I'm still the villain? Oh, she was setting it up for Bill to fix it, Bill. Come on, fix it, Bill. She was setting Bill up. She was putting the cables up on Bill. They done ignored me at the club. They still, the peas was looking on. Danny is still the queen bee. She done shot up my wedding. Bill said, don't worry about it. I'm going to fix all this. And she was like, what? You gonna do it? He said, yeah, I'm going to fix all of this. Don't worry about it. He said, I don't even want you to worry about it. He says, I'm going to do something that's going to bring this town to its knees. It seems little Miss Haley wants a little revenge, y'all. Ooh, careful, Haley. Careful, Haley. You trying to be like the Duprees, girl. I think you growing fangs, girl. I think you is, girl. Mm-hmm. Eva wanted some reciprocity. And she said, I'm trying to tell you. So Danny, meanwhile, has gone home, and y'all know what she's doing. She drinking. See one thing about Danny though, she don't waste no glasses at her house. She don't waste glasses and utensils and things. She just drinks straight out the bottle. So if y'all ever go over to Danny's house, if she invite y'all over for some tea over there, don't drink out nothing, no bottle. Unless it's got a cap on it already and it's fresh, because Danny be drinking out stuff. She one of them people. Be drinking out the orange juice and putting it back in the refrigerator. That's what I think. Okay. But listen, here's a question. Sidebar. Do y'all think Danny's drinking problem just started, or do you think she had this drinking problem before? Is this drinking problem because of the problems with Bill? What y'all think? What y'all think about it? Write it on down and let me know. Anyway, Vernon and Anita are still at the club, and they're just talking and again talking about their kids and their family. And they hope that Tamaz can give Kat the kind of challenge that she needs, a distraction, he says, because Kat is kind of very rigid. She's very, very rigid. So maybe they hoping he gonna unrigid some of that stuff for her. And he was telling her that he's still very much in love with her. I think they cute together. They are so cute together. And as I said, Clifton still looks good at 79. Okay. So Eva had to come back to the club. She done run back up in the club again because Dr. Nicole done left her sunglasses. And her and Kat just went on had it this time. Kat was like, you know what? You a manipulator. You know that? It's funny how things keep on accidentally working out in your favor, it seems. And she's like, mm, is that so? She said, yeah, you always the victim up through here that needs saving. And Kat said, in fact, I know you want my life. But my life is out of your league, young lady, including Tomas. Tomas is out of your league. Girl. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. See, you don't know who this. See, y'all got the same daddy, but y'all ain't got the same mom. So I'm telling you, talking sideways to Eva is gonna cost you later on. It's gonna cost you. And then she got back on that dress. She was like, and then while you had my dress on, she says, it's too bad you ain't know what kind of shoes to wear. She said, even Cinderella knew to wear the right shoes to the ball. And then Eva said, well, the next time I borrow one of your dresses, I'll be sure to get some of your red bottoms too. She was like, no, you're not. She was, but that whole line about you want my whole life and my life is out of your league, and that includes Tomas. But girl, is it? Is her life out of your league, Kat? Because we don't know, girl. It may not be, girl. You better be talking too soon, young lady. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Haley and Bill are still talking. All right, y'all. Haley and Bill, this is where we want to take some note right here. Because I'm telling you, she was working Bill today. They talking and she says, he says, what do you really want, Haley? And she says, I just want everyone to be happy. I want to live on Happy Boulevard. I just want it to be happy, 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 happy. She's like, but are you really willing to bring the town on its knees for me? Are you willing to do that for me, Bill? And he says, oh, yeah. Oh, now who's power hungry now, Haley? Huh? Haley. Haley, girl. Haley. Hey, 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 Haley. Who's power hungry now, girl? Because it sounds like you might be, okay. They done ignored her down there to that club. You mean Danny slapping your face down to the club ain't what brought you to life? What brought you to life was getting ignored down there. Girl, that's what did it. Okay, then. All right. Well, anyway, then she said, I just want peace. And after that, she hit Bill with this. She said, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe moving here was a mistake. Maybe this marriage was a bad idea. Maybe we should just call things off. Bill was looking at her like, come what now? Girl, you better manipulate your manipulator, girl. There's so many narcissists behind this gate because she is working Bill, baby. She is working that Bill because she's getting him to slowly do exactly what she wanted him to do. Now she's like, maybe I'll have to leave you in order to have peace. And Bill gonna do whatever he got to do for that night. Girl, I'm gonna tell you something. You better enjoy playing that card because that card ain't gonna work forever. You keep on telling somebody you about to leave out the while, they be like, okay, see you later. Because Bill gonna get bored with you at some time. That's just what Bill gonna do. That's just what's gonna happen, girl. But for the meantime, you better manipulate him, girl. Do your thing. So back at her house, Danny done slid down to the floor in a very nice outfit, I would like to add. I like those pants and shoes and stuff she had on. Baby, that was cute. That was cute. I'm gonna have to give it that. Let me take that down. Those boots, those pants with the stripes down the side of the top, that is cute, honey. We're gonna give you all the snaps for cuteness. That is cute. But anyway, she just sitting down there having a pity party for one. And then she starts crying and just falls right out there on the floor. Just fell out. Just fell out, honey. And that floor is child. Let us talk about the floor. We talking about Haley's old tacky house. Even that floor tile is noise. I really like that. That's noise. Behind the gate is behind the gate. That's all I can tell y'all. But when she wakes up, is she gonna get the party started? Y'all know she is. Y'all know when Danny wake up off that floor, she gonna be lights, ready, camera, action. Just ready to get on y'all nerves again. Well, that was it, y'all. That's all that happened today behind the gates. Okay? Behind the gates was behind the gating today. They gave us a little bit. That man Mike came to the front of the room so we could start disliking him and everything. And because Mike is something else. Mike gonna end up costing Bill some money, or Bill is gonna help to get him out of there because Bill ain't about to have y'all messing up. Bill is about that money, so he ain't about to go for that. Let me check these comments one more time before I get up out of here. I want to miss anything? Let me see. Okay, hold it close here to me. Linda says Bill about to meet the real Haley, and he sure enough is. Baby, he thought he had something on his hands, but he gonna have to relearn her. See, you know them narcissists pride themselves on knowing you. They on that they be caught off guard when you know them. And she's working it. We're going to give her that. Only one Adrian says, "Hey Adrian, welcome to the chat." She says, "I think there is more to Haley's backstory than meets the eye." And I agree. And it's gonna come out. Something about her little orphan Annie story is suspect. Girl, you better say it. You better show enough say it, because I agree with that. Linda says it's an old problem. Her drinking, it probably is. It probably is. Tony says, I predict Haley will be a secret Dupree. Wait a minute, Tony. Tony, wait a minute. Tony, wait now. Tony, hold on. No, I don't think we had thought about that. That's something okay. Woo, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? You know what? Let me go back and find her name. Only one Adriana? Girl, you might have just said something in sync with Tony. Ooh, y'all, I won't be able to take all that now. Y'all want to calm down. Linda says, I love them together. Dee Dee says, yes, it's an old problem exacerbated by the divorce. Dee Dee says, no, he ain't. Thomas was feeling Miss Eva. You know what? I thought he was too. But he was like, I like that. Mm-hmm. But Kat, girl, please don't get in competition, because see, that's how you mess yourself up. Trying to get in competition, trying to be more sexy, be more this and that. Girl, be yourself. Either the man like you, he don't. Don't do too much. Dee Dee says, Bill is about to get a rude awakening when this class action lawsuits hit, and his daughter gonna be the one leading the way. Child. Linda says, "Hey, Adriana." I'm saying, Adrian. Hey, Adrian. Everybody say hey to Adrian. Welcome her. Welcome her. We'll be back here tomorrow, but Tony has let us know that they don't think that there's going to be a broadcast on Thursday and Friday. So what we're talking about doing Friday night, Adrian, is coming over here live, talking about some of the stuff that we suspect. Y'all so suspicious back here behind the gate. Oh my goodness, y'all just suspicious. I love it. So we're going to talk about all our sneaky suspicions and what we think is going on, what's really going on. And then we're going to keep meeting back here to see who's right, honey. You know what? We ought to start doing some kind of rewards for those who are right about something. I'm going to have to look into that. We have to make that something we build up over here. When you get a suspicion that it's right, you get a reward. Okay, so let me see. Did I miss anything else? Adrian says, hey, y'all, I'm telling you, I grew up in old school, Young and Restless. I can see it come. Adrian, girl, you better not be playing with us like that, girl. You and Tony, y'all, if y'all right on that stuff, that's going to be something, which means he done married two sisters up and throughout. Child, that is too much. It's just too much. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We always end out with some suspicious questions behind the gate, child. So, will Naomi take that case against her father? Huh? Will Tomas take the bait and go after Eva? How far will Bill go to see to it that Haley is accepted? And will they finally take her order so she can sit down and eat at the country club? Ooh, child, we got to keep watching. And we will, as we continue to stay in their business suspiciously beyond the gates. Thank you all so much for watching. I had so much fun with y'all today. And Also, thank you for you guys' patience earlier when I had to run and go do something right quick. If I could tell you what it was, we would all have a little laugh about it, but I can't tell y'all. It's a secret. But thank you for watching. Please like the video. And if you haven't yet, go on and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you join us over here. And listen, I do hope you're all having a great day. And if not, there is still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? See y'all tomorrow. Bye.
How did you get beyond the gates? Be gone.
Tell absolutely no one that I'm the one that let you in behind the gates. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.